We're all about the Archers. I'm Philippa.
I'm Quentin.
And we're here to talk to you all about what's happened so far on The Archers. We will be focusing particularly on the episodes Sunday the 15th, Monday the 16th, and tonight, Tuesday the 17th of June. You have been warned, there will be spoilers. Quentin, what do you think?
I'm completely with Jacob. I could not go on holiday with 27 other people either. The man speaks for Britain. He speaks for sanity. He's not being weird. He is the sanest person in that mad family. So, Jacob, I'm with you 100%. Okay?
Do you think Kate's gone too far?
Ooh. Don't you mean more far?
I know. I just had to try and get the far in, but there we go.
Far.
It's a cheap joke.
It is, and pretty good for you, I have to say. Yeah, I mean, God. I mean, Brian is resisting as well, isn't he? The thought of going to Albania with 27 family members is filling him with horror as well. I think Lillian was slightly resisting at the end tonight as well. This has disaster written all over it, doesn't it? I mean...
And we want to be right there.
God.
I mean, I'm not a fan of WhatsApp groups at any point. There's far too many of them. But a WhatsApp group with 27 people in, no thank you. Forget the holiday. It's the WhatsApp group stopping me immediately.
And Kate wants to be the leader. So, so I think the family meeting on Friday is going to be fun. We've got quite a few meetings, haven't we, this week coming up? Explosive meetings. The BL board meeting coming up, which should be interesting. Jim was worried, wasn't he? He was worried that the shop was overstocked and overstretched. But a quick free drink in the Bull, and he's reassured. Joy to the rescue twice this evening.
Oh, I thought it was preposterous. Oh, she's got a food hygiene certificate. Certificate, of course. Let's just pull it out of our hat.
Yes.
No, that was all a bit. And the fact that they've got buckets and spades, they are not a seaside resort. They say, Joy says they use them at the river. What are they doing with their buckets and spades? Using them to get the sewage out of the river. I'm sorry. They don't want flip-flops. They want wellies. Madness.
And how much DIY equipment does Akram actually buy? I mean, he's in there every day, clearing the shelves. But it all sells, apparently. All sells.
Well, when Lillian said the missing order, I'm going to go to the shop, I thought, why does she need a hammer and 3 types of screws?
Yeah. I mean, who puts floor cleaner in a dishwasher? Kenton,
again,
I mean, come on.
Tonight
it was a bit fast. Yeah,
grind my gears a bit. Yes, this dishwasher madness. Oh, get Joy to fix that as well. I'm sure she's got sitting guilds in dishwasher fixing.
Well, I'm sure she'll be on her back fixing that this evening. Yes. So Oh, of course, and then teas. They've got to provide teas now on Sunday, haven't they? Yes.
Just get the tea room to do it, or ask Clary. I mean, she's only got 2 jobs already. She could cope with the third one.
Somebody pointed out. I mean, why not ask Tracy to come in as cover?
Exactly. That's too obvious, isn't it?
Sorry.
That makes far too much sense.
Yes.
But absolutely, it is ridiculous that they haven't asked Tracy.
And the notion that Kate was considering, or that Jacob was concerned that they would have to offer full-time childcare. I mean, Kate, when has she ever offered full-time childcare when she was a parent, for goodness sake? I mean, Phoebe, she's going mad about Phoebe's baby, but it was Roy and Hayley who brought her up. So it should be Grandma Hayley, shouldn't it? She's really grinding people's gears, I would say, our Kate this week.
But I do like that Kate is being more Kate, because in recent times I was worried that she was trying to fill Jennifer's role more. And,
yes.
And so although I have to grit my teeth listening to her, I am glad that Kate is once more being
We must have infuriating Kate, otherwise there's no fun. There's no fun. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
dear. My question for you, though, Quentin, who in Ambridge is going to Kate's mindfulness classes, do you think? She had to rush off for her mindfulness class.
Oh, blimey. Well, I'm sure Joy will be there. She's everywhere. I think Pip needs to go. I mean, oh, mind you, she's heading off to see Toby. Do we need to talk about Pip? She is...
I
Rosie can do no wrong. What?
Yes, no, Rosie can do no wrong, but who is the one doing the swearing? And it just took me back to when my kids were at primary school, and, why is this child so upset about this swear word? Clearly the child knows about the swear word to know that it's wrong, to come home and be like, oh, they said, Rosie's not being accused of bullying or pushing or pinching or biting, just saying a swear word that this child already knew was wrong. So I don't know.
Hold on, you're not taking Rosie's side, are you?
I just reflect with fear on some of the things I did when my kids were at primary school, and the helicopter parenting I did.
Oh, yeah.
And the way I overreacted to everything they came home with.
Hold on, we mustn't back Pip up for anything. I mean, stop. Stop.
But if Rose is swearing, I think that's great, because already we got Martha being precious about her pink sparkling cups, and now Rose is swearing. The youngsters of Ambridge are uprising.
Yeah, I thought that was a very pointed exchange between Stella and Pip. Stella's tone, she was just really suppressing her irritation with Pip, and she kept questioning her, saying, well, she might have said it. How do you know she hasn't? And Pip was just pushing back, saying, not my Rosie. I can't have the picnic now. I've got to go and interfere and go and see Rosie, who's with Toby for this week. So she completely overreacted and ruined a perfectly decent picnic, and I think has really got under Stella's skin. I think Stella is seeing her for what she is.
Poor Stella, she's got these concerns about Justin's plans, and Pip's gone off to see Toby.
And she wants to tell her about, she was going to tell Pip about what's brewing at the farm, and all Pip is worried about is whether Rosie said a rude word, and her darling child has been criticised.
Stella had made by hand chocolate brownies.
Yes.
And Pip was off just ignoring that. I'd have been like, no, it's okay, Rosie, you just stay with Toby. I'm going off for a picnic with Stella.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So I can't have you in any way taking Pip's side, please. The universe can't take that. I'm sorry.
I'm impressed that the school is still open at 5:30 making phone calls to parents. That's...
Well, this is Ambridge. You can get a GP's appointment just like that. Okay.
That's true. What I think you and I are going to come to blows, though, on a particular thing that happened in Ambridge this week so far.
All right.
I think we're going to have very different opinions. And the subject we might have differing opinions is Miranda and Brian.
Yes.
Please proceed.
Well, first of all, I thought Miranda was hilarious when she said, oh, Justin, as a rule, I try to avoid him. I thought, right, we're in for a classic Miranda episode. And then she was Kenton dropped poor Brian in it, obviously. And then she was extremely suspicious of his shenanigans. And I think things might have run their course. I thought, my word, she's dumping Brian. This is impossible. This can't be allowed. And then he explained who he was flirting with, in other words, Martin's girlfriend, just talking to her and why he was away on that day. And I thought Miranda's heart was going to melt. I thought she's going to go, oh, it's so sweet. I forgive you. But no. She says, prove it. And then I'll think about keeping you on. And I thought that was a step too far, because she rang up Martin. He corroborated Brian's story. We know it to be true, but Miranda, I thought she was cruel and vicious to my Brian. And I'm sure you completely agree.
completely disagree.
Yeah, I knew that, yeah.
Loved it. I thought, good for her. Life's too short to just hope that someone's going to be faithful. Brian has proven over a long period of time that he's not very good at being faithful, and he was dreadful to Jennifer. He put her through all sorts. And I thought, good for Miranda. That's a message to us all. Don't just put up with any nonsense, and good for her. It just shows it's safer to stay at home and read a book, which is what Brian should have been doing.
But he's completely exonerated. He's in the clear. He's not lying. He hasn't.
He had lied.
What?
He'd lied again and again about the bridge.
Well,
So
because
no,
he was trying.
let's be honest.
No, because he was trying. He was trying to
It's a
impress.
lie.
He was trying to impress Miranda, because she said, you need to be a better bridge player. I think it's very sweet what he's trying to do, to try and learn how to play bridge so he can be a better bridge partner. I think that's very decent of him.
I knew we'd disagree about this, but
Well,
it might be sweet.
He's done nothing
but
wrong.
it was. He lied to her. So
He's not lying.
that's
He
the
just.
thing. He has. He's cancelled dates. He said he's doing other things. He's at home with a book. He's out with Martin and chat. If Martin was on a date, that's not learning about bridge. That's going out to the pub.
No, but Martin's teaching him to play bridge.
But not on
he
a blind date. Not when he's on a date, no.
He was going to teach him afterwards, wasn't he? I mean, if Brian's done wrong, fair dues. And also, he said that Jennifer, he told her, would never tolerate my shenanigans. Well, I thought she had to up to a certain point, didn't she? She had to.
She did a lot.
But I think Miranda took it too far. And I'm a big fan of Miranda's, and she went down in my estimation. I'm sure she'll claw her way back. But will they survive? Will he play sufficiently well to salvage their relationship? We shall see. When's the bridge?
Got a prediction.
Is that Thursday? Are they playing
Wednesday,
that
I think.
Well, it's a busy week, isn't it? Yeah.
It really is. And what do we think about Jakob setting up a savings account?
That's sweet.
That is
For,
perfection.
quote,
it really is.
Our grandchild.
Yes, I mean...
He's had a quick conversion. See, that's the power of Brian. One chat with Brian, and Jakob's equilibrium is restored. So there you go.
Well, last week we had David talking to Ruth and his mind being completely reset about his worries.
Yes.
This week, Brian has completely reset Jakob's worries. Maybe Ruth and Brian are going to Kate's mindfulness classes. Who knows?
Babies aren't animals. Only up to a point, says Brian. Discuss. That was one of the funny lines I thought of the week. What else was there? Anything else?
I do just want to address the fact that Kate is, being congratulated on how, and I know it refers to last week, but how she saved Father Crispin's life. She did not. She was leaving him dead.
She thought he was dead.
It was Jakob that dialed 999 and saved him. So I don't know why she's taking account for that.
He just had a big faint anyway. He was never going to die, was he, Father Crispin?
Anyway, so tell me, who is your star of the week?
Very, very briefly, we got the...
Very briefly.
All right, Harrison's big surprise for Fallon, her 40th, 5-star hotel. Is that going to happen? How's that going to go? Are we going to hear from Harrison? I think it'll all be reported, won't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and the divorce will be reported.
How well do you think it's going to go?
Not well.
Yeah.
No,
I think she's lost interest in him. But they haven't seen each other for 5 weeks, according to Jolene. I noted that down. Okay, so we've got that to look forward to.
I thought they'd seen each other sooner because there's been reference to the bowling, which is less than 5 weeks away. But anyway, there we go.
Jolene said
star
5
of the
weeks.
week. Star of the week.
Star of the week. Star of the week. Star of the week. Well, I want to say Jakob because he's just been brilliant and is, he's been going weird and not wanting to go on holiday with 27 people and the savings account. But I've gone left field here, and I think the star of the week is the mother of Rosie's classmate, who's frosty to Pip at the school gate, and I think she's demonstrated a fine judge of character. So mum of school child.
Fair enough. Mine is Miranda and Rosie, but there we go. Twit of the week.
I was going to say Miranda for her appalling behaviour, unreasonable behaviour to Brian. But I've gone for Pip, because just the way she overreacted about Rosie and Yeah, Pip.
I'm going to say the mismanagement of the bull, so I'm Ghislaine and Kenton as well, because it's just ridiculous. Predictions, very, very quickly,
okay.
bullet points.
All hell is going to be let loose at the BL board meeting on Friday when Justin announces he wants to rewild the entire, all the land with rewilding. And I think Stella and Pip are in trouble. I think she suddenly saw Pip for what she is, and I think serious doubts. She now has serious doubts about the relationship, and it's all going to go pear-shaped, that relationship.
Very good. My first one is that Miranda and Brian will lose the bridge competition, but Miranda and Brian will be okay. They will stay together because Miranda will see progress. My other one is that Rosie will become a hitman or hit person and be hired as security for more open farm Sundays. So there we go. That is it. Now, this Friday, we have our live Patreon event. Links in the show notes. Really looking forward to that. And on Saturday, you have part 1 of the interview with Pat Archer. I sat down with Pat yesterday and had an absolutely splendid time. There's going to be 2 parts. The main interview this Saturday and all the questions from our Facebook group next Saturday. It is audio only. It will not be on YouTube, but really excited. And I'll be back next Tuesday for more of our madness. Please hit follow and subscribe so that you get notifications of more episodes. And until Friday for patrons, Saturday for Pat, and next Tuesday with Lauren, it's a goodbye from me.
And I'm very overstocked and overstretched. It's goodbye from me as well.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.